Hello friends, my name is Monikaben and today I will learn about this book. This book name is Attitude is Everything. Make a commitment and you'll move mountains. What this power is it is I cannot say. All I know is that it exists and it becomes available only when a man is in that state of mind in which he knows exactly what he wants and is fully determined, not the quiet until he finds it. I used to think I know what commitment and persistence mean. Trying hard, making a lots of attempts. However, I did not grasp the true meaning of this concept until I read a small paperback book indeed the ultimate secret to getting absolutely everything you want by Mac Hierarchy. Commitment is the essence of the unlimited secret. According to the author, the key to getting what you want is the willingness to do whatever it takes to accomplish your objective now. Before your mind jump to consolations, let me at the in saying whatever it said. I include all action which are illegal, un- unethical, or which harm or other people. So exactly what do I mean by this willingness? It is a mental attitude. There says, if is take 5 steps to reach my goal, it take those 5 steps. If it takes 55 steps to reach my goal, it take those 55 steps. If it take 155 steps to reach my goal, it will take these 150 steps. Of course, at the outset, you usually want to know exactly how many steps will be required to reach your goal. This does not matter to success. All that's necessary is that you make a commitment or to do whatever it takes, regardless of the number of steps involved. Where does persistence fit in? Persistence action follow commitment. That is, you first must be committed something before you will persist to achieve it. Once you we made a commitment to achieve your goal, then you will follow thought with relentless determination and action until you attain the desired result. The magic of commitment. When you make a commitment are willing to do whatever it takes, you begin to attract the people and circumstances necessary to accomplish your goal. For instance, once you devote yourself to becoming, say, a best-selling author, you might suddenly bump into a library agent or discover a television program offering device of this very topic. It's not as if those resources never exist before. It's just that your mind never focused on feeding them. Once you commit yourself to something, you create a mental picture uh, of, of what is would be like to achieve it. Then your mind uh, immediately goes to work like a magnet, architecting events uh, and circumstances that will help bring your picture into reality. It's important to realize, however, that this is not an overnight process. You must be active and seize the opportunities as they appear. The music which follow from commitment has never been more eloquently or more accurately described than in the following word by W. H. Murray. Until one is committed, there is a hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always infatuous, changing all acts of intent and creation. There is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which gives countless idea on splendid plan that moment of definitely commit oneself on the providence move to all sort of things computer help on that would otherwise never have occurred. A whole string of events issue from the design arising in one's favor or manager of unforeseen indicant and meeting and material assistance which no man cloud have dream would have come his way. Door will open. Third, effort only fully realizes its reward after a person refuses so quite. Door will open. Here's another micro code switcher of the power of um, commitment. You don't have to know at the outset how to achieve your goal. Sure, you be better you will be better off if you have a plan of attack, but it no until if that ever step be mapped out in advance. In fact, when you have the willingness to do whatever it takes, the right step are often suddenly revealed to you. You will meet people you are never could have planned to meet. A door will unexpectedly open for you and meet seem like look or good fortune is similar on you. In truth, you will have created this positive end by making a commitment and those instruction you mind to look for them. Here's an example of how a door unexpectedly opened for me. In 1989, I started writing motivational articles. I'd learned about the power of a positive attitude and the other success principle, and I was committed to sharing these information with other would benefit from it. But I had no idea where to start. Do I send my article to newspaper, submit them to magazines, write my own book? The first thing I did was submit an article to a local newsletter for people involved in training and human resource. That article was printed in the summer of 1990. A few months later, I got a phone call from a gentleman named Stuart Kamen, a freelance writer who also worked with business to produce newsletter. Student said he'd seen my article while visiting the home of his best friend and was very impressed with it. He asked me, "Have you ever thought of or writing a newsletter?" Quite frankly, I had not thought of doing my own newsletter. We arranged a meeting and Schultz explained how we cloud work together to produce a newsletter that would make this self-development concept available to thousands of people. About 1 month later, the first issue of Attitude is Everything newsletter was published, and we were been going strong for more than my for than 9 years, and here is reaches hundreds of thousands of people with this life-changing information. Thoughts with ordinary talent and externally persons all things are attitude. How did it all happen? I was committed to share this principle with others. I had a positive attitude. I started writing, and then Stuart came on a complete stranger and entered my life. Someone who know you just how to turn my dream into reality. And the magic of commitment, a word of collusion before you get too excited about watching easily toward your goal, I caution you even with a commitment, everything won't be rosy on your path. Life will test you to see how serious you are about achieving your objective. Obstacles will arise, you'll make mistakes and suffer disappointments and suspects, some of which might be quite severe and even tempt you to abandon. your goal. That's when it becomes important to follow the same wisdom of Winton's Churchill, who said, "Never, never, never give up," or the advice provided by James J. Corbett. You become a champion by fighting one more round. When things are thought, you fight one more round. If you made a commitment to accomplish a goal, you can overcome temporary defeats and you will triumph. A commitment pay off for aspiring novelist. A few years ago, American Music carried a fascinating interview with best-selling novelist David Bolarski. Bolarski is the author of the immensely successful novels Absolute Power, Total Control, and The Winner. Millions of the copies of his books have been sold. Let me assure you, however, that Belatsky was not overnight success. His accomplishment and financial achievement were the result of his total commitment to developing his talent and a writer. Like me, Belatsky started out as a lawyer. He started lawyer school in 1930 and did not give any thought to become a best-selling novelist. I simply enjoyed writing, yet at the outset, Belotsky, now that he did not have the necessary writing skills, so had made a commitment, as he put it, to learn the craft of writing. For the first 5 years, he did not finish any of his projects. Every day he just worked on character, plot development, and other writing basics. At the time, he was a practicing lawyer and he and his wife had two young children. When did he find the time to the writing? Bilarsky worked on his writing every night from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. Now there is a commitment to do whatever it takes. He pointed out, however, that he had fun writing. It was not a chore, by the way. I am not suggesting that you stay up all night to pursue your goal. That 10 p.m. to 2 and shift certainly would not work for me, and it may not work for you either. After 10 years of writing, Biletsky had completed some short stories and a few screenplays. His total sales zero at the he had to show for his effort were lots of rejection from editors. In 1996, all of Biletsky effort paid off big time. He received millions of dollars for the literary and movie rights to his blockbuster trilogy, Absolute Power. The start of the movie was Clint Eastwood, such as the power of person who is committed. Third, one person with a commitment is worth more than 100 people who have only in interest. He refused to quit. I've learned a lot about the magic of commitment for my good friends Jerry Clodstone. In 1986, Jerry started his own company, America Royal Arts, selling a variety of collectibles. On your later, he decided to contract on selling animation art. He secured license with Warner brother Hanna Barbera and other smaller studio, but he realized that to really grow his business, he needed to sell this Disney art. For 3 years. He wrote letter called Disney headquarters requesting permission to sell Disney art. Each time he got the same answer from Disney, no. That did not stop Jerry. He kept contacting Disney executive. One executive final had just about all she cloud tech of Jerry, so she told him in a voice and tone reminiscent of Millet facing from the Sleeping Beauty to evil Queen from Snow. from snow writing and Korea Devil from 101 elimination all rolled into one year never get a Disney license. Time to give up right? No Jerry. Thought all this rejection he kept a great attitude. He called more executive a Disney and then one gentleman on Disney happened to get rid of Jerry once and for all said, well, she only have to place and would consider allow a gallery offering Disney artwork to open would be either Minnesota or Massachusetts. Jerry's business who in New York and he had no desire to open a gallery in a remote location. Guys, what Jerry did, he flew to Boston the very next day, and by the end of the day, he had singed a list of a place, a Newberry Street in Boston. He called the Disney executive to report that he had the Massachusetts location that both had a good lot and then to executive said to Jerry, if you had the call to got up to Boston the next day and open a place just like that, we have to put on the Disney program. Within a few weeks, Jerry opened the Boston Gallery during the Disney line. Within a year, has given permission to market the Disney. The line thought his New York store. Jerry is now done business with Disney for 10 years. He has sold my line of dollars of Disney art in. And is the largest volume Disney animation are dealer in the world. Talk about commitment, talk about coming and good attitude in the face of rejection. Jerry was going to get the Disney license no matter what it took. Just ask Jerry and he'll tell you in a New Year minute. Take attitude is everything. Thoughts. The reward for those we receive far excited the pain that must predate the victory. Watch your words. Repeat anything often enough, and it will start to become you. Uh, Listen, your word blends a trail. The word you consistently select will shape your destiny. When was the last time you seriously thought about the word you see use each any every day? How carefully do you select them? Now you might be thinking, uh, Jeff, why all this fuss about words? What is the big deal? The answer is simple. Your word have an incredible power that can build a bright future, destiny, opportunity, or help maintain the status quo. Your words response your belief, and your beliefs create your reality. Think about of this process as a row of dominoes that look like this: thoughts, word, beliefs, action, results. Love, heart, it work. Tom has thoughts such as I am not very good when it comes to sales. Not now. Let's remember that he does not have this thought only once or no. He is run its thought his mind on a regular basis, maybe hundreds or thousands of times in his life. Then Tom started to use words that support these thoughts. He said to his friends and colleagues, I'm never going to do very well in sales, or I just help making sales call or approaching prospect. Here again, don't respect these pressures over and over in his self-talk in his discussion with others. This in turn strength gears in belief, and it is this change where the rubber really meet the road. You see everything that you all achieve in your life follow from your beliefs. So in our sales example, Tom developed the belief that he is not going to be successful in sales and that he was not earn much money. This become embedded in his subconscious mind. What can possible flow found from that belief? because Tom does not believe in his sales ability. Takes very little action, or he takes action that are not productive. He does not the things that would not necessary to success in sales, and then quite predictly them Tom get very pure result. To make matter worse, Tom them start to think more negative thoughts, repeat more negative word, reinforce negative belief, and get even more negative result. It is a various cycle. What words are of course that most powerful drugs used by making making. Of course, this whole process, Cloud had a very happy anything it for Tom and selected a positive thought and reinforced then with positive words and he reinforced the belief that he is successful in sales. As a result, Tom would take the actions consistent with the belief and wind up with outstanding results. My point is, does not understand make the role of your word in this process. People who feel themselves studied it or of negative word are destined to have a negative attitude. It's a simple matter of cause and effort. You can not keep repeating negative words and accept to be a high achieve, and that is because negative words will always lead to the reinforcement of negative belief and eventually to negative outcome. Why you don't want make to fix anything in your home? When it come to home repair, I am lost. You want me to replace a faucet or fix some things in the tank. I'd have replaced a focus or fix something in the toilet tank. I'd have a better chance of reaching the top of Mount Everest. Carpentry of electric ring. I have got a clue. You want to know my unlimited Achilles heel is this instruction you just taken out of the box. You know what that I mean, those black and white docket with reference dot figure 10 8 that show you of climb to show you where all the modes and bolts go and how all the parts figure together. Instruction shields have the some effect of me and Grace tune it and had one Superman. If you recall the old Superman program, the villain would shoot bullet at Superman and the bullet bound of his these harmless, but he was not one subtraction that Superman cloud not depend again. Characteric, whatever the bad guys had a piece of opportunity. Superman got hobby and began to lose his power. Well, when I see an instruction sheets, I get weak in the knees and lose my power. I just note it's useless for me to even look at it. There is no way I'm going to understand it. So I put down in the instruction and you all $4 to come in and show me what to do. $4. It's a pieces of cake. How did it come to this? I don't claim to be the smartest guys in the world, but I consider myself to be a reasonable intelligence, and I am missing some gain for home repairs skill that other people were given. No, that's not all it ever. The answer is quite obvious. For the last 14 years, I have repeatedly said I'm not good at metrical things and I cannot fix anything. And lo and behold, after 40 years of using in negative words, I develop a strong belief that I can do these things. Do you see how I created a situation by nothing being careful about the word issue? Any the truth is good. Everybody never this trend if start using a positive word about my ability to make repair. Scientists were are worth looking at. Years ago, I read an article about Ned Coulett, a scientist who headed NASA's search for extraterrestrial intelligence project. Colors who has a doctorate in physical was development software that searches for radio signals, indicating the persons of their like from in the universe. Sounds a little like that tech does not it, but make no mistake about it. This is some pretty uh, technical scientists research, and yet color has a physical challenge to contend with. Let me tell you, no, he describe it. He referred to his Colette is blind. That's right. His blind is not it incredible. The someone can describe blindness as a trivial affection or just barely and involves. By using this, the word can't colors in improving himself to achieve great things. He does not give any power to him in limitations, and as a result, he is able to transcend them and accomplish more than those who have their sides. What obstacle are you facing in your life right now? Amazing the power you cloud unless if you say them as just barley and inconvenience instead of as an insurmountable barrier. And thought in words are seen the state of mind, character, and disposition of the speaker. To tell or not to tell, when I speak about the importance of using positive language to move you toward your goals, some of you may be wondering, Jeff, do I say this positive word to myself? Or do I also say this word to other people? You may be afraid that if you tell other about your goal, that I think you are being content, and they may even loud and you all me to suggest a few guidelines in this area where the understanding that there are no hard and fast rules and you should do what work best for you. Had to begin with use positive self-talk as often as possible in my new the more the merrier. After all, you talking this yourself, so you don't have to worry about other ha- harry- hearing your commenting that he is the you had this positive input again and again, and is become deeply rooted in your subconscious mind. Whatever to you share your goal with other people in a much trickier issue. One thing I learned in this, never discuss your goal with negative people. All they I do is argue and point out all the reasons why you want to be successful, why who need that. Often there is a negative realize are the ones who did do little or nothing in their own life. They have no goal or dreams, and they don't want anyone else to success either. Yes, there are something in case where you can benefit by talking other about your goals. First of all, make sure that you are speaking with someone who's extremely positive and totally supportive of your effort. This should be the kind of person who would be absolutely designed if you achieve the goal and word to anything in his or his power to assist you. You may have a friend or colleagues that fit this role or a certain family member. It is also important to share your goal with the other uh, who are working with you to achieve that outcome. For example, if a sales manager wanted to increase sales in the coming year by 20%, he or she would make this goal now to everyone on the staff, then everyone can work together to achieve it. Even thought I am encouraging you to use positive word to move your toward your objective. I'm not suggesting that you ignore the obstacle that you may face, or that your discourse be feed from the other people. Before in breaking of nine goal, you want to people for why what may be coming down the road. Personally, I prefer to discuss this issue with someone who is positive with success, someone whose feed includes creative solution is the difficult that my areas. Furthermore, I'll only discuss my plan with people who are qualified to render an intelligent opinion on the subject. If you are thinking of going into your own business, it's a simple, makes no sense to consult with your uncle Ilemar, especially in uncle Ilemar is negative and worked for someone else of all his life. Uh, what does he know about owning business? He'll give you a list of means not to get into business of yourself. Another your little chat with Uncle uh, Illemar. You should stand to adopt yourself who don't need that kind of helps word and accountability. There's another reasons why income case your mind decides to share your goal with someone else, and that's for accountability. In other words, if I tell other I am going to do something, that then I have to go ahead and to do it. Think of this approach as boring your beats. Let me assure you, I am not believing in boring breeds when it come to personal for or business relations, but something the way to move forward in life and to achieve and object goal into court of all avenue of retreat. This can be a very useful strangely. We may tell a friend that we are going to work out of that gym times 3 weeks, knowing that they are at the end of the week. This friend will ask whatever we did not in fact go to the gym teams times, all even dynamic example. It is talk about non noun motivational speaker Zero Ziegler decided to go on a sit and reduce his weight from 202 pounds to 165 pounds. At the sometime he was writing his book, some you at the top, uh, someone is the top. The people who always talk about a lot of money generally don't accumulate much of it. Uh, in the book, Jinger include a statement that he got his weight down to 160 pounds. This was 10 months before the book went to press, and then he placed an order with the printer for 25,000 copies. Now remember, at the time he wrote this word Zingler actual weight 202. He put his credibility on the line with 25,000 people. By include a statement that he weighted 165 pounds. Ziegler now Ziegler know that he had to lose 37 pounds before the book was printed, and he did. Use this strongly selective to limit it to those goals that are very important to you and where you committed to go the distance. It is risky. Yeah, you beat it is, but it is no. It is a tremendous motivator. Word and emotions. He is the best-selling book when uh, can within anything. Robin develops in entire chapter to the way in which our vocabulary affect of emotions, our beliefs, and our effectiveness in life. I don't I don't agree with all Rabin's philosophies, but his observation about the power of God are right on the mark. Robin is keenly aware of how certain words impact our emotions in intensity. For instance, let's say that someone had lied to you. You cloud react by saying that your energy, you're upset if however you used to word for yours livid or ingrate your physiology and your subsequent behavior would be determinately alerted. Your blood pressure would rise, your face would turn bit red, your feel tense all over. On the other hand, what if you characterize the situation as anything offset that you were private? This lowers your emotion intensity considerably. In fact, saying that you are pivot, explain Robbins will probably make your thoughts and break the negative emotion cycle completely. It be much more relaxed. Choose what that will point you in the direction of your goal. Robbins gives the example of how you can lower the intensity of negative emotions. Imagine, for instance, replacing "I've been destroyed" with "I've been set back," or using the phrase "I prefer" instead of "I hate." Of course, you can also intelligently select word he determined. Why not? Why not say I'm not unstoppable? Or in place of declaring that you feel okay, try feel phenomenal, or I feel just tremendous, juicy. Executive word like that lift your spirit to a high level and proud profoundly infuses those around you. When you consciously design to use such term, you are actually choose to change the path of which you are being traveling. Other will respond to you differently, and you will after you preparation of yourself as well. A closer look at your words. Let's take a look of your life for a moment. Are there any areas where you've been using perhaps like "I can't," "I'm not good at," and "it's impossible"? We all know people who make statements like these. I no draw. I don't and I can't draw. I am not good at math. I can't remember names. It is impossible for me to get kind of money. When you make those comments day in and day out for 10, 20, and 30 years, you are programming your mind for failure. It all comes back to your attitude. Is every one of these example reflected a negative attitude? And if you see the word thought as smoothest window, you are going to use negative language and get a disappointing result. Fortunately, you can control your word, which means that you have the ability to build a positive belief system and to proud the results you want. The first step is awareness. Let's examine examine that perhaps you have been using in for your key area of your life: relationship, finances, career, and health. Relationship. Do you say things like all the good men or women are taken, or people or are always talking? advantage of me if you do your laterally programming yourself for unhappy relationship. Your mind hears every word you speak, and sets out to prove you're right. With regard to our above example, your mind will see to it that you attract only these persons we will disappoint you or take advantage of you in this what you want. If not, stop responding and causing your mind to focus such negative statements. Finance. What word do you use on regular basis to describe your current financial situation and your prospects for the future? Phrases such as "I am always in debt," "the economy is lousy," or "no one is busy work again," accent your far better to choose language which refrain uh, prosperity and better economic times. Of course, you won't necessarily have don't wealth within a few days after changing the way you speak. By the physical condition can change only after you believe you have altered. Clearing up your language is an important first step. After all, the people with wealth in this world did not get that wide way being meaning about being in poverty, and the people who always talk about lack of money generally don't accumulate much of it. Career. If I were to ask you about your career prospect over the next 5 to 10 years, how would you respond? Be honest. Would you say that think all will probably remaining the same as are now? Uh, or would you describe a higher position with more challenging, more responsibility, and increased financial reward? If you respond, "I don't know where I am going in my career," change and not much will change. Your language reflects your lack of vision and direction. If on the other hand you have a clear goal which you can and do, article filer often, even if only to yourself, you stand an excellent chance of reaching that goal. The same, of course, holds true if you have your own business. Do you use language that is consistent with the growth of your business, or do you consistently talk about how you never got the next level? Health. Without question, our words have a profound impact on our health. For example, imagine that a group of you sat down that what seemed to be perfectly wholesome and delicious meal. Then 2 hours later, I called and told you this ever person who ate with a use had been rushed to the hospital and trusted for food poisoning. Suppose that you felt perfectly fine before I called. How would you react after hearing my information? Most likely, you don't close your smarts, get pale, and feel very ill. Why? Because my word instilled a belief in your which in turn your body started action upon this. Some bodily reaction would have occurred even if I was playing a cruel joke and was lying about this whole situation. Your body responds to word it hears you, and other people say it make absolutely no sense to keep repeating to you. Have chronic back pain that will never go away, or that you get 3 or 4 bed costs every year. By uttering that statement, if you are actually encouraging your body to manifest pain and disease, please don't misunderstand. I am not suggesting that you deny pain or disease, or that you can overcome any line, but there certainly nothing to be much harm the calm flow from using language that reinforce suffering and improbability. You have a choice. Well, you thought about the word you use in these four area of your life when you repeat certain phrases over and over. It's as if a grow and is formed in our brain. We keep replaying the same old repair in our head like a broken record. The trouble is whenever you see these words, you just repeat the grow, replying the same old myths in your mind, strengthening in the some old beliefs and getting the same old results. Recognize, however, that just because you said things in this past, there is no reason to blindly continue doing so. While it takes some discipline and brilliance even on your part to make change in your language, it's well worth the effort. So, from now on, conciliation chose word that will point you in the direction on your goals. Ask a friend to remind you when you sleep. Remember, it's up to you to speak in way that will move you toward what you want in life. Uh, Therefore, use words that are consistent with the path you truly wish to be. One, take action along this time and watch yourself begin in travel into wonderful direction. How are you? uh, your day goes the way the corner of your mouth turn. Uh, Over answered the question, how are you? Seem like such a small thing, but we must answer the question at least 10 times a day. Uh, and perhaps as many at 15, so it is not a small thing at all. It is a significant part of our daily conversation. When someone asks, how are you? What do you say? You answer is usually no more than a few words, and yet the short response tell a lot about and your attitude. And in fact, your response can literally shape your attitude. I observed that the response to how are you can be classified into the categories in negative, medical, and positive. Let's examination these three categories and some common response under each one. Negative response. The negative is reply to how are you include phrases such as loosey, terrible, I'm tired, it's not my day, thank God it's Friday, a day older and dollar broker, don't ask. When some respond with don't ask, I know I'm in for trouble. That person is going to unleash a multitude of complaint and make me sorry for asking how are you in the first place. And I really pity to those who take the thank God it's Friday approach to life. Think of what they're saying. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are bad days every day, every week for these people. Four-fifths of their work week is loosey. The fifth day, Friday, is bearable only because they know they have the next 2 days off. It this way to live your life. Are you beginning to see how these negative perhaps can position your attitude in terms of other people? Medical response. These in the medical group are a step up from the negative bunch, but they still have plenty of room for improvement. Here are some of things they say: I'm okay, not too bad, cloud be worse, same old, uh, hanging in there, fine. Do you really want to spend a lot of time with someone with things that like it is not too bad? Is that the person you want to do business with? When we use word like this, we also diminish our energy. Can you imagine someone saying, "A cloud be worse with upright posture, and lots of enthusiasm. Of course, not these people sound like they have slipped into days. There's no getting around it. People whose your medical words will develop medical attitude and what medical results. And I know you don't want that positive response. Then there is the positive approach. These are the enthusiast people ways who say terrific, fantastic, great, excellent, super. I'm not top of the world. I does not get any better. Uh, those who use positive word like this, they have a bounce in their step. You feel a little better just by being around them. Be honest. How did you feel as you read the positive list? I don't know about you, but I'm energetic and excited, and I review that list. There are the people I look forward to meeting today. These are the people who are more likely to get my business, who not get back and read it, the negative list and the medical list, say them out loud. How do they make you feel? Women out for sure. You see if even the choice, it rather be around people who are positive and full of life, opposite to those who are negative and listless. It's like the old saying that everybody lights up a room, some when they walk in the room, some and some when they walk you out. you want to be you want to be the one who lights up a room when you walk in. Third, a smile is an expensive way to improve your looks. As of for me, when someone asks me, "How are you?" I usually respond with a terrific. It's project a positive attitude to the offered person, and the more I say it, the more I feel terrific. Join the positive group where you have had a chance to review some typically responses in each category: negative, mediocre, and positive. Which of these phases do you use most often? Which response do your friend and family use? If you find yourself in the negative or a mediocre group, I suggest you immediately consider receiving your response and joining the rank of the positive. Here's why. When you ask it, "How are you?" and you say horrible or not too bad, your physiology is adversely affected. You tend to slump your shoulders and head and take on a depressed posture. What about your emotions? After stating that you are losing, do you feel better? Of course not. You feel even more down in the dumps, because negative words and thoughts generate negative feelings and eventually negative results, and it's up to you to break it. Even if really circumstance in your life processed processed you to state that you're losing, perhaps a promising business will feel thoughts, or your child receive poor grades in school. Your gloomy attitude does not nothing to improve the situation, to make matters worse. Your medical or negative replay turn other of their drag it down. Just being around that you and hiding your pessimism form a new habit. If all these negative conscience flow from your words, what do you continue to say them? More than likely, it's because you have not recognized that you have a choice in the matter. Instead, you are following a habit that you developed many years ago, a habit that no longer serves you. It in these and your own word are a self-fulfilling prophecy. prophecy. If you say everything is terrible, your mind is attacked to those people and circumstances that we will cause that statement to be true. If one to the other you respectively start your life, it wonderful. Your mind will begin to move in your in positive direction. For instance, just consider what happens when you respond that your accident or traffic, as you say this the word, your physiology begins to correspond with your optimistic language. Your procedure is more upright. Other people are attracted to your energy and validity. Your business and personal relationship will improve. We all of your life's problem magically disappear. No, but your we set in motion a very important principle. We get what we accept in life. Say you are well, all is well with you, and God shall hear your word and make them come true. I can tell you from first-hand experience that this is one of those little things in life that makes a big difference. About 15 years ago, when someone asked me, "How are you?" I'd say some things like, "Okay," with every light energy. You know that what I was doing. I was programming myself to have okay relationship with people. I was programming myself to have okay success. I was programming myself to have an okay attitude and okay life. But then, thank goodness, I learned that I did not have to settle for on okay life. So I picked up my response a few notion notches and began to say traffic. I said it with some energy. So sure, at first it was a little uncomfortable. Some people look at me like was a little strong, but after about a week, it started to become naturally to me, and I was amazed to how much better I felt and how people were much more interested in talking with me. Believe me, this is not rocket science. You don't need talent, money, or good looks to have a great attitude. You just need a get in the habit of using a high energy positive response, and you will get the same exact exciting results I got. What if I don't feel traffic? Whenever I do not presentation and recommend to the audition that these give a very upbeat response to how are you. Some always come up to be afford and serve what it. I really don't feel traffic. I don't want to lie to my friends and forward by telling them everything is one wonderful when is it it is not. Not don't get me wrong. I put that highest value on integrity and telling the truth. Yet I don't think this is a matter of telling the truth. Let me example. A cloudy day is no match for a sunny disposition. Assume for a moment the Sally feels tired when someone of work asks how or where are you. She want to be perfect. Is Lucy honest to say, you need to say I'm tired. Here's work. What will happen? Sally will refunds the relief. This she that she's tired. She'll feel even more frightened. She's probably stuck. He shoulders and let our sign. She is always a lazy, unproductive day at work. And uh, and let's get back to the person who asked Sally the question and who probably regret is now. That persons also feel worse after all when someone tell you have tired. She is not you feel uplift, no way, just the suggestion of the word tide, and you start your warning. So Sally has brought herself down as well as her coworkers. Okay, Sally goes home after her grappling day and how she's executed. So she plops into her favorite chair and opens this newspaper to look at the winning lottery numbers as she pulls her own ticket out of her wallet. She discovers that she is holding the winning ticket. She just won $10 million. Thank you.